September 16th, 1992. A single phone call is about to cost the British government £10 billion. On one end, the Prime Minister's office, desperate. On the other, a Hungarian immigrant with a simple message.
I'm selling your currency.
And there's nothing you can do to stop me. His name was George Soros. And in 24 hours, he would make $1 billion by destroying the pound sterling. This is the story of Black Wednesday, the day one man broke the Bank of England. To understand how this happened, we need to go back to 1990. Britain had just joined something called the European Exchange Rate Mechanism. The ERM was simple. European currencies would trade within a fixed range against each other. Think of it like a train on tracks. The pound could move up or down, but only within strict limits. If it went too high, the Bank of England would sell pounds to push it down. Too low, they'd buy pounds to prop it up. Britain promised to defend the pound at 2.95 German marks. No matter what. But by 1992, Britain had a problem. The economy was in recession. Unemployment rising. Interest rates at 10%. Meanwhile, Germany was booming after reunification. Same currency mechanism. Opposite economies. Britain needed lower interest rates to help its economy. But the ERM forced them to keep rates high to defend the pound. Something had to break. And George Soros was about to break it. Soros ran the Quantum Fund, a hedge fund with billions under management. He'd built his fortune on one principle: find the unsustainable. Bet against it. Wait. Here's how you break a currency. Step 1. Borrow billions of pounds from banks. Step 2. Immediately sell those pounds for German marks. Step 3. Wait for the pound to collapse. Step 4. Buy back pounds at the cheaper price. Step 5. Return the borrowed pounds. Keep the difference. Borrow 10 billion pounds when 1 pound equals 2.95 marks. Sell them. You now have 29.5 billion marks. Wait for the pound to crash to 2.50 marks. Buy back 10 billion pounds for only 25 billion marks. You've just made 4.5 billion marks in profit. By August 1992, Soros was certain. Britain couldn't hold the line. The economy was too weak, the commitment too expensive. He began building his position. First hundreds of millions, then billions. Other traders noticed. They smelled blood. Soon, it wasn't just Soros. It was dozens of hedge funds, investment banks, currency traders worldwide. A tidal wave of selling pressure was building, and it was aimed directly at the British pound. Wednesday, September 16th. The markets opened. Immediately, the selling began. Billions of pounds flooded the market. Every seller needed a buyer, but buyers were vanishing. The Bank of England had one weapon: buying pounds with their foreign currency reserves. They started buying hundreds of millions, then billions. But for every billion they bought, Soros and others sold 2 billion more. Britain's reserves were disappearing. By late morning, the government was desperate. They raised interest rates from 10% to 12%. The message: we'll destroy our own economy before we let the pound fall. The markets didn't blink. The selling accelerated. At 2 p.m., they tried again. Interest rates raised to 15%. Mortgages would become unaffordable. Businesses would collapse. Soros kept selling.
Continue selling.
He knew what the government didn't want to admit. They were going to lose. At 7 that evening, Norman Lamont, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, appeared before cameras. His face said everything. Today has been an extremely difficult day. Britain is suspending its membership in the ERM. The pound was free-floating. In hours, it dropped 15%. George Soros had won. The Bank of England had lost. The final bill: Britain spent £3.4 billion trying to defend the currency. Soros personally made over $1 billion. They called it Black Wednesday. The day one man beat the entire British government. Here's the twist. Black Wednesday might have been the best thing that happened to Britain. Once free from the ERM, Britain could set its own interest rates. They dropped them immediately. The economy recovered. Growth returned. Within 5 years, Britain was outperforming most of Europe. Soros became a legend, the man who broke the Bank of England. Proof that markets are more powerful than governments. His playbook became a template. Thailand, 1997. The Asian financial crisis began with the same strategy. Iceland, 2008. Russia, 1998. Today, trillions of dollars move across borders every day. Currency traders hunt for the same thing Soros saw: unsustainable promises. And governments still make those promises.
We will defend.
Fixed exchange rates, currency pegs, capital controls. Somewhere, right now, a trader is building a position, waiting for the next Black Wednesday. Soros later said he had no guilt about Black Wednesday. He was simply doing what markets do, finding the truth. Governments can print money, they can set interest rates, they can promise to defend a currency. But they cannot defy economic reality forever. On that September day, in 1992, reality won. The lesson: in the battle between political will and economic gravity, gravity always wins. The only question is how long the fall takes. So here's my question for you. What currency is about to break next? Is it the dollar, the euro, the yuan, Who's building the next billion-dollar short positions right now? Drop your predictions in the comments. And if you want more stories about the moments that broke the financial world, hit subscribe.